Hello, everybody. How goes? We've got quite a few people talking in here today already. Got Chozo, Freelancer, Flitz, and Backlap. How goes it, guys? Hopefully, everything is going well. I know life is, at least pretty decent for me right now. Feels pretty freaking good, man. As you can see, we finally got some paint wear on the old Conda here. Looking a little ragged, but, you know, by the time we get home, it'll be gone. Pretty good. Yeah. Woo-wee doggy. Yeah. Good. Good to hear. Good to hear, guys. I know, right? Backlap. This paint job looks really good on the Conda. I can't lie. It just does. I've said this before, I'll say it again. I was really apprehensive when they told us about, you know, a Galnet paint job for the Conda. And I was like, And then they actually gave it to us, and I was like, holy shit, this actually looks pretty good. Like, what the heck? Why can't they do that with more of the ships? Like, we need more badass paints like this for the others, because this looks really good. But we also need to get a move on. We've got 52 jumps left to get to my destination. So, to give you guys an idea of what's been going on, the system that I was at yesterday, you know, Oxy's Hole is over there. I am now here, and the system I'm going to is right there. I am here, it is there. Oxy's Hole is all the way back here. Just got the notification on your phone. Hey, at least you're getting the notifications. There's a lot of people that don't. Well, let's get a move on, because we have a gigantic system that we have to get through today. It's fucking huge. It's going to take a while. I'm not even kidding. It is going to take a while. Hey, Gears, how's it going, man? What are you up to today? We still got a little bit of a trip left before we get to this new system, so let's settle in and have us a good chat before we get there. We got time to kill. Although, not too much time, though, as I'm most of the way there. Hello there, David. How goes? Better than Twitch, you usually get the notifications an hour after they've already stopped. Oof. That sucks. See, I get email notifications when people go live for all the people that I follow on Twitch, which is driving me crazy because I can't even log into my Twitch. It's been almost 2 weeks now. Almost 2 weeks. And I still don't have anything back from Twitch. Like, at this point, I'm just so annoyed that they can eat a dick. Most of the way. Hey, what's going on, Budman? And yeah, we're most of the way there. I mean, we've got about 45 minutes worth of travel left to do. Ish. How far away is my... Oh, okay. It's about 15,000 light years. I'll show you... Okay. Here, real quick, I'll show you where it's at. So my hole is over here, right? This is Oxy's hole right here, right? So there's the bubble there, Sagittarius A. My hole is just, you know, just to the northeast of it. The system we're going to is about 15,000 light years right up here. So, yeah, it is right up here, about 15,000 light years away. It's gonna be huge, Tato. It's the best system. There is no better system in existence in the entire galaxy. It is the best. It is fantastic with lots of planets. It's really cool. Oh yes, I know about the site where you can send the wiener shaped, you know, gummy things. Those are funny. I like those. Can't say. Gone past it, can get the system name for you if you want to look. Has a few water worlds and a water moon orbiting a water world. What? That's bonkers. Yeah, PM me the system name on Discord, Hunter. That sounds cool. We'll probably stop by there on my way back. Yeah, probably, but it's fine. I am not the best Trump impersonator. I try, but that's a voice that I have a hard time doing. Not getting the normal Xbox storefront. You seem to be getting the PC one, which requires a login. You know, I'm not sure, David. To be honest, I don't really know much about how the console side of Elite works, and that's just kind of because I don't own a console. So I'm not really sure. Getting the info now. Thank you, Hunter. I'll take a look at the system on my way home. You know, on my way back home anyway. Kuro! How goes it, sir? What are you up to today, man? Also, slight update. I'm lowering the threshold for the donation goal from 175 to 150. If we can hit 150 by, say, like Monday, then we're golden and we will do the bonus stream, which will be DCS World. I will be flying planes drunk. It'll also be a shots for donation stream at the same time. So not only will I already be drunk, you guys can make it, you know, even more shenanigans with shots for donations, because you guys know how that works. How goes it, Ebril? Yeah, only another 40 bucks and I'll call it good. And that's because 7-Eleven sent me an Amazon gift card that I can use to get some of the things that I needed. So I figured, you know, I might as well make this, you know, a little bit more. I might as well drop the threshold a little bit, because I don't have to spend as much cash to get things that I need, because, you know, gift card. So, yeah. Only another 40 bucks. It's not much. Meeting up with Distant Worlds 2 on my way back, or speeding? No, I'll be speeding. This is my main account, Tato, so I don't keep my main account out for very long. Message Frontier, they want you to open a ticket. Does anyone knew this before you go through the ticket process? No, I've never heard of that before, David. I'm not exactly sure what to make of it, to be perfectly honest. Nice to be home, Ebril. I bet it is. Home is always the best place. 3 sheets to the tailwind. Yes. If you guys have seen me do drunk DCS in my Twitch streams before, you know how interesting it can get. Landing the American plane on the Russian carrier by a complete mistake. And if you guys know Russian carriers, you know that that means that there's no catapult on the Russian carriers, which is something of a problem for American planes. They're not made, they are not made for that. So, yeah, that was interesting. I managed to get the American plane off the Russian carrier and came back around and landed on the right one. So, I mean, there is that. The Russians stop the same way we do. They have arrestor wires. You know, they got the arrestor cables, and you know the hooks on the plane that grab onto the cables, and they slow down the same way. They just launch differently. You know, theirs, they've got this gigantic, you know, ramp at the end of it, and their stuff just goes into full afterburner, and they just, you know, fling them off. And they don't even get flinged. You know, they just kind of, it's like driving a car up a ramp and then hoping it stays in the air. That's basically what it is. You know, as Americans, you know, NATO, we all have the catapult system that just, you know, literally throws things into the air. It's sick half-pipe, comrade. We throw things into the air. It's much better than catapult. Been like that for a while now. You want to get your Anaconda skin they sent and have store credit to use. Oh. Oh, the same thing that I'm using right now? You should be able to claim that from the same store thing that the PC people use? Question mark? I'm not really sure though, because I've never used console anything. Yeah, that sounds like might as well, Hunter. Are we there yet? No, Vortex. We were at my hole yesterday, you bastard. Hey, J26, how's it going? We were at my hole yesterday. Today, we're going to the gigantic system. It's a big mamma jamma. Makes a ton of start of Top Gun looking at a rim. Hey, no. The start of Top Gun is epic as hell. The catapults are so much more fun than the ramp. The ramp is bullshit. Most recent console you have is a Wii, and it's the good one with the GameCube. Ooh, nice. You know, I've never owned a Wii. To be completely honest, the last console that I actually owned was a Super Nintendo. You're going to make a sandwich. Hey, sandwiches are good. Could use a good sandwich right about now. Sandwiches are delicious. Yeah, again, David, I don't know anything about the console side of it. I kind of wish I did now, because I'd be able to help you. I don't actually own the console version of this stuff. The shit at the moment feels bad, man. On the bats and twat shift, so I guess it means you're working overnights on the weekend?
Oh, yeah.
Ah, Budman! Alright, well, there we go. That's the bonus stream unlocked. Thank you, Budman. I appreciate that, man. Holy crap, Galarak, what's up, man? Long time no see. That is definitely for sure. How goes it, man? Actually bought it for the GameCube support. Lol. Now you can't use it because your TV can... Aw, feels bad, Chozo. Have I ever seen a Sukhoi take off up close? No. I mean, not in person, no. But I have seen it in DCS, and I will say that the amount of thrust that the SU-33 makes to get itself off the deck using that ramp is freaking incredible. Like, oh my lordy Pete. You know, combined, those two engines combined, you know, temporarily make something like 60 or 80,000 pounds of thrust between the two of them to get that thing off the deck. It's bonkers. The only problem with doing that though is it wears the engines out really fast. That's the only downside to the way the Sukhois leave the carrier deck. That's kind of why us Americans use the catapult system, because we don't have that problem. Oh, I bet you did feel it, Flitz. Like, good lord. A tube TV?
Oh yeah.
Giz! Ah, thank you, Giz. Holy crap. Well, I guess that's the original goal hit now, too. Thank you, man. Holy shit. Was better than the Concorde? I bet it is. The Concorde, I don't know that the Concorde actually, well, no, it would almost have to have had afterburners to get up to supersonic speeds, but unless its dry thrust is absolutely bonkers. Yeah, again, Budman and Giz, thank you guys. Holy shit, man. Feels fucking good. All the warm fuzzies today. Thank you guys. Yeah, Tato, heat is definitely the enemy. Those engines, though, man, the amount of thrust they make is absolutely incredible. When you put them into the proper carrier launch mode, they are. That thrust is just insane. It's absolutely insane. It makes the Hornet look like a pussy. Oh, it makes the Tomcat's engines look like freaking, play toys. I mean, we all know how fast that thing can be.
4, 3, 2, 1,
PA, Pennsylvania? I've been to Pennsylvania once for like a day for some kind of family reunion thing on my stepdad's side of the family. Like, geez, how long ago was that? I know it was like 20 years ago. Well, almost 20 years ago. You have no place to put a CRT. Feels bad. It would be interesting. See, part of me actually wants to get a CRT monitor just so I can play old games in 4x3 without having like massive letterboxing.
4, 3, 2, 1,
Yeah, Pennsylvania. Oh man. Yeah. I don't even remember where I was in Pennsylvania. I was in Boston for PAX East last year. I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to make that trip again this year, though. I would love to, but I don't think I'm going to be able to, which sucks. Concorde had afterburners that mixed additional fuel with the exhaust gases. Yep, well, that's exactly how afterburners work, and they are... they're fun. Yes. 24-inch CRT incoming. Well then. Hell yes. Oh man, it has been so long since I have seen and actually had hands on an old CRT monitor. I just remember that they're so heavy.
system scan complete.
Anyways, I bet it does. I remember lugging my CRT monitors around to do LAN parties when I was in high school. I had this gigantic tower that was like, okay, the tower itself was literally probably about 3 feet tall. I'm not even kidding, it was huge. It was probably about 2.5 to 3 feet tall, and that was just the tower, right? And then my CRT monitor, it was like, I don't think it was quite 24 inch. I think it was like 20 or 22. And it was heavy. Lugging that stuff around for LAN parties, though, that was a good time. It's about giving you her. I bet it did, Jozo. 40-inch CRTs in the CAD room. They had their own desk. I bet they did. You need to have their, like, they would need it just to hold the weight. Good Lord. Yeah, it had a whole mess of the 5 1/4 bays. Is it 5 and no, like 5 1/4? 5 1/2? Yeah, they had the big, the big 5-incher bays. There was a whole mess of them. And then I had drive trays in all but one of those. So only one of those. One of those was a CD DVD burner. There was the CD DVD drive that also was able to burn them. And then it also, the other bays were removable hard drives. So I could just, shut the machine off, pull one out, slide another one in. They were all, swappable like that without having to open up the machine. It was bonkers. DDS4 tape. Oof. Nice, Budman. Why, Emerald? Because. Because these things are. It was fun. And, well, part of it was, okay, I was a problem child when I was in school. It's not because I'd misbehave or anything. It's because I'd never do my homework. So my grades were always really, really bad. So the time that I was on the computer was like really tightly controlled. And so my parents would always, they would make sure that I would have enough time to get my homework done by removing the hard drives out of my computer, so I couldn't boot the thing up. But I eventually got around that by having a friend take me up to Best Buy, and I just went and bought another hard drive and installed Windows on it and called it good. So that I would wait till the middle of the night when they were asleep, and I would get back on my machine when everyone else was in bed. Yeah, I was a pain in the ass. Had a tape drive. That is before my time. I remember using floppy drives. As a matter of fact, I used the 3-inch floppy all the way up until, when did I stop using that thing? Probably about 2001. No. Okay, I used a floppy drive on a regular basis all the way up until about 2001 or 2002. But I still had a use for a floppy drive on occasion all the way up until about 2006 or 7. So it actually hasn't even been that long since the last time I used a floppy. I know the big 5 1/4 ones, those things were gigantic. And they really were floppy. I never owned any of the 5 1/4 ones, though. I know people that did, but I never did. 12-inch? What are you talking about? There were 12-inch floppies? Your mom took your mouse, thought it was enough to keep you out of the PC. Learned to navigate Windows with the keyboard. Lol. I mean, it's entirely possible to get through Windows without the mouse, yeah. They used to be 12 inches. Man, listen. How much storage space was on that thing? I know, right, Emerald? A 500 meg USB flash stick ain't nothing now. $24K? What? You gotta be kidding me. No way. No freaking way. That's it? 24? $512K on the 12 inches. Wow. Paid $300 for a 40 meg hard drive. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry, like my computer experience, like, you know, what I can remember, you know, starts in about 1992 to 1993, like right in there. Anything that's older than that, I don't know nothing about it because I never actually personally saw it. First computer as a kid had 8K memory. Jeez. I remember zip disks. I remember those all too well. Yeah, see, I had a child of the 80s. Yeah. See, I remember my first computer was a 286. And I remember getting upgraded from a 286 to a 486 when I was a kid. And then my older brother had something else, had a Pentium something or other that was yeah, it was an Intel Pentium something or other. It wasn't even 100 megahertz, I don't think. I don't remember what in the blazes it was called though. And that was in like 97. Something like that. 96 and 97. '96 sounds about right. Yes. The turbo button. Yes, I remember those. Remember seeing that on computers at Walmart. You know, back when Walmart had an entire row dedicated to desktop PCs. Thanks to the UK taking it to the National Museum of Computing. That would be awesome. Are you kidding? Indeed, Kiro. Between Budman and Giz there, we have hit the goal. The two very generous souls. Turbo button should be updated to overclocking button. Yeah. I mean, well, we kind of have that now, you know, with some of the programs and stuff that we have. Bletchley Park, same site. Sinclair's ZX81 plugged into a TV. See, that's... I don't even remember that. Yeah, my first one was a 286. I remember playing Sim Ant, the original Sim City, and there was a couple of other games. I don't really... There was a few games that I played. I don't really remember what all they were, but I do remember playing Indianapolis 500. I played the hell out of that for a long time. Hey, Innocent, how's it going, man? A physical button is far superior in satisfaction. This is probably true, yes.
System scan complete.
Well, so you can do it outside of the BIOS now too, because like I've got, since I run AMD Ryzen, you know, I've got, you know, Ryzen Master, that program. I can do it, you know, without ever having to hit BIOS. It does usually require a PC restart though. Got a Timex Sinclair for opening a savings account? Back when banks used to give us things for opening accounts. I haven't seen that for a long time. Yeah, the old turbo didn't need a restart. That I do remember. That much I do remember. Ah, the good old days of computing. Man, those were the days. Now, the very first PC that I actually built, I do remember that being a I want to say that it was an AMD. I want to call it a Thunderbird. Is that right? The first PC that I actually built was an AMD Thunderbird based system. It was like 400 megahertz or something like that. I don't remember how much RAM it had. It was maybe a couple hundred megabytes. And it had a Voodoo 3 3000 AGP video card in it. An old man. A 3DFX. The Voodoo 3. Oof. Remember this day the graphics before the GPU? I can actually. Is that machine with the Voodoo 3 is the first one I ever had that actually had a graphics card in it. I know, right? The Voodoo. That was some shit. Hey Gypsy, how's it going? What are you up to, man? Have a stack of stuff in your shed? What all do you have in there? It's so, like, some of this old PC stuff is fascinating. You chillaxing, you chilling like a villain. But yeah, I remember I ran the Voodoo 3 for a good while. I think the next video card that I moved up to was a GeForce 2. Was it NVIDIA GeForce 2 256 MX or MX 256 or something like that? Turtle Beach. Turtle Beach does like a bunch of headphones and stuff now. I don't remember if they did anything else ever, because I don't use Turtle Beach anything.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Sound cards. Okay, yeah, that would make sense because Turtle Beach does like a bunch of headsets and stuff like that now. The FX 5500. Oh no. Okay. Okay. So here's the thing: is I went from I had a 5000 series FX card as well. I had what was it? I had a 5200 Ultra, but my 5200 Ultra, it had like this this gold colored shroud around it with this blue colored LED display on it that read out things like GPU temperature and fan RPM. Like, it was fancy. And I remember it being like, it was a really strange behaving card though too, because it got really good frame rates in places, but in like it was easily hitting 120 FPS. I used to play a lot of Medal of Honor Allied Assault, and I was getting like 120, 130 frames per second in certain areas. But then it was like, if I went to some of the bigger maps, then it would drop to like 30. It was really strange. So I went from that to The next video card that I used for a long time was a 60. I want to say it was a 6700, a 6500, 6700, something like that. And I used that thing for a good old long time. Remember building a Pentium 2? Was on the card and held it was. I remember those. Where instead of having like the traditional socket, it was just a card. Yeah, those were weird. I remember those. Man, I haven't seen one of those for a long time. I think the last time I actually laid hands on one of those was in my old IT class. When I was in high school, we had some old hardware in the classroom that we just kind of never used. I went looking through them and I found that. I think that's probably the first and last time I actually ever laid hands on one of those. Oh, we almost there. 16 jumps, boys. And then the mapping begins. Have 133s. Old hardware is fun. I remember playing the Doom that came out in like, when was it, 2003 or 4? I played that on the GeForce. I played that on my 5200 Ultra actually, and I remember that game looking good, like really good. He's Kermit, open the dev. 4, 3, 2. Yeah, that was way before my day. Broke the 1 gig barrier on a P3. Got it from 700 megahertz to 1035. Really? That's not bad. That's a hell of an overclock. Like percentage-wise, that's kind of freaking crazy. Oh, Budman, you are not that old. I've seen you before. You're not old. Now you're sat at 5.1 on an 8700K. How times change, indeed. Yeah, the very first Doom came in the early 90s. Yeah, there was another Doom. I think, was it Doom 3? That came in the early mid-ish 2000s. It was like 2003 or 4. The 8486 DX2 you built a few years. Yeah, see that. AOL and CompuServe. See, I know the name CompuServe, never dealt with it. AOL, however, that one I know quite well. Oh, it was. I had a friend of mine that I played the original Diablo with, and he was on a dial-up connection at the time, and that was, geez, that was like the year 2000 or something like that. I was on a cable internet, I was on cable internet at the time, and he was on dial-up, and we used to play the original Diablo together, and then Diablo 2 shortly after that. The well? That one I don't know. Control K, open the search box. IPX network. That's I haven't heard of that in a long time. Need for Speed 2. Man. I actually think I played that one. That one's the one that has the Ford GT in it, isn't it? You know, one of the first couple of games had the original, you know, Ford GT in it. And then I think it was it Need for Speed 3? That was the Hot Pursuit, because I played the freaking heck out of that one. Like, good lord, did I play the heck out of that. The white 4G, yeah! Yeah! Hey, Nico! Since you're an nostalgia PC stream, kind of. Kind of. Yeah, see, that would be Hot Pursuit. That was the original Hot Pursuit, because there's another Need for Speed that has, you know, Hot Pursuit in the name or whatever. NFS3 was the original Hot Pursuit. I remember that. I played the hell out of that game. I remember downloading custom cars. Yeah, I remember downloading custom cars from modders and stuff like that on the internet and using those in the races instead of some of the stock ones, because the modded cars were like, some of them were just stupidly OP, but they were fun to drive. But then I also remember playing as the cops sometimes, and that was also fun. Remember playing Duke Match over IPX? Really? Having a proxy server in your office. Dial up using a modem to the internet anytime someone on the LAN opened their web browser. Netscape, yes.
System scan complete.
Never had Hot Pursuit on the PC, but you had it on PS1. Oh, see, modding it on the PC version was the greatest thing ever. It was so much fun. You get all the custom cars. I had custom cop cars. I had custom other different, like, all kinds of different cars. So I could either A, run from the cops really, really fast and handle like stupidly well because people made their cars OP as shit, or I had like a ridiculously OP cop car. that was the thing. I remember that. Good times. I wonder if I can find Need for Speed 3, the original Hot Pursuit, somewhere. I wonder if I can get it to run on Windows 10. Oh, that would be crazy. Is the original Hot Pursuit on Steam? Viper Racing. See, I don't know that one. Yeah, see, that's one that I don't know. And then, let's see, other Need for Speed games that I played. Underground and Underground 2. Now, Underground 2, I think, is definitely my favorite out of the two of them. That one's fun. Nice, Gypsy. Yeah, see, I know I've played one of the Most Wanted games, and I think it was on PS2. Yeah, I think it was on PS2. Like, I'm sitting here, I'm trying to think, and I'm pretty sure it was on PS2. Keyword here is pretty sure. Man, those were the days. You can still navigate without issues in Underground too. Yeah, you and me both. I actually have the ISO for it somewhere. At least I think, maybe? I used to. I don't remember if it's one of the things that got cleared out over the course of the last year or so when I needed to make room for things. Like, it might be, but... Oh, tough call. I'm not sure. Duke Nukem! Yes! Duke Nukem is good stuff, too. Duke 3D. Played the heck out of that. I've actually done Duke Nukem Forever on stream a couple of times, but I never did finish it. But yeah, I never did finish it. Yeah, we're gonna skip that one. That's... There we go. You have the CDs for Duke 3. What? Morrowind. That's a good game. I actually still played Morrowind on a fairly regular basis all the way up until about 2008. I used to mod the heck out of it. And it got to a point where I wanted to make my own stuff in Morrowind all the time because, like, the you know, I just wanted to make my own things because nobody ever, like, especially building mods, because people just didn't make the things that I actually wanted to see. So I ended up building stuff myself. Are you getting snowed on? Let's see. I'm gonna have to check this. Duke 3F. I don't think. I guess we might get some snow tomorrow. Today is more like rain. It's just a little bit too warm for snow to stick around. It's the 2010 Hot Pursuit. Yeah. Yeah, the Hot Pursuit, the original Hot Pursuit is in the early 2000s. I'm gonna see if I can track down that one, because that's the OG. Nice Chozo though. The Duke discs. Heck yes. Weekend one feels bad. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna get some snow tomorrow, maybe, but hopefully not too much. Yeah, it just says snow showers, so it's probably not gonna be much. I hate snow. Snow is the devil's jizz. It's disgusting. It needs to go away. Okay, oh, 2 jumps. We are just about there. We are literally just about to this system. All right, boys. Are you ready for this? You were hosting. Huh. All right, guys, are you ready for this? We got one more jump. One more jump. 33 light years remaining.
System scan complete.
Permanent lock. No, that would be so bad. See there? I can see that star right in the center of that little deal right there. Yeah. UK doesn't get snow until the February or March. More likely to snow at Easter than Christmas. Good lord.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Duke 3D Atomic, Life's a Beach, Duke It Out in DC. Nuclear Winter, Manhattan Project. Jeez. Alright. This here. This is the system. Got this here old bright boy star.
Hellscoping complete.
You see that? 100 bodies! It used to tell me 130 plus the first time I was here. Mayan Rhonda? Yes, this is indeed Big Rhonda. This is Big Rhonda's second time being in this system. See, I like how it says unexplored on some of that stuff, but I clearly know better. Anyway, let's show you guys the system map for this. At least as it stood the last time I was here. Look at this bitch. Look at all of these things. We're gonna be here for a while, guys. Run it on DOSBox, but yeah, hey, if you got a DOSBox it, do it. Yeah, I think this one, the first time I was here, it showed up as it's either 132 or 134. It might have been the same as yours. And I about shit my pants. But here we go. This is, oh man, this planet definitely looks different than it used to. This used to be beige, but this is a landable ringed planet here. If I remember right, it's about 2.5 Gs. 2.14 G, yeah. Pristine reserves. Oh no, we're gonna have to check these rings. We gotta check these rings on that and see if there's. Look at this. See, first discovered by me. Yeah. Ooh, feels good to be back. I know, right, Emerald? Good thing we've got infinite probes. I know. Tell me about it. A system like this would take so many probes and so many synthesis refills. Is 178 the record now? Holy crap. Gypsy, I'm not going on Distant Worlds 2, and it's because the expedition is too long. At least for me. That's what she said. No, the expedition is too long. You know, it's 10 months long. I don't have the time to commit to that, nor do I have the attention span for that. Like, and that's saying something. Coming from someone who plays DCS and loves DCS. That's saying something. 7 probe efficiency target. All right. Fair enough. Alright, and where's that leave it? At 77%. Dadgummit! Alright, so we're gonna send one a bit further back. Bean counters and accountants. Hey, happy shrapnel! How's it going? Dadgummit. Let's see, Joy 1. Which one is Joy 1? I think it's that one, isn't it? Alright, we're gonna have to go around to the other side so I can see. I don't remember what button to use to make it show me the other side. Need to try to work the BGS. You know, the BGS is, even now with all the revamp and stuff like that, it's not that complicated. It's still pretty simplistic, all things considered. Ah, there we go. That'll get her. Follow you. Go, probe, go! Ta-da! All right. Wow, look at that. There's geological craziness going on that planet. Holy hell. I might have to spend some time in this system just kind of looking around things. Like, I was worried there wasn't going to be any geologically here, but I was wrong. There's 20 some odd sites on that one planet. Oh. Oh yeah, Enigma Expedition was perfect because it wasn't very long, but everyone was, yeah, everyone was involved. You know, it meant something. Like, it really did mean something. You know, that's one of the reasons why I really enjoyed the Enigma Expedition, is because, you know, it meant something, and it wasn't overly long, so I could, you know, stick with it the entire time and not feel like I was, you know, missing out. I just didn't get bored. That's one of the big things too. Taking a break from ED 3.3 until they start fixing things. Masker missions, CDs, BGS. Yeah, I mean, that's understandable considering, I mean, there is a fair few bugs that does kind of, you know, take the mickey out of some of the fun. I mean, so fair play on that. I mean, you'll catch no flack from me on that one, that's for sure. Had to ditch at the last minute. Aw, feels bad, man. But again, though, like the expeditions, especially ones that last, you know, any length of time, they're not for everybody. Distant Worlds 2 is just too long for me. You know, month and a half, 2 months is probably about as much as I can do. Yeah, you and me both, Gypsy. I was there for that. That was funny. Fixed to this year? Depends on exactly what you're talking about. Empty spot on the approach. Oh, the bugs are 3.3. I mean, again, maybe. Okay, I need to gotta toggle which side of the freaking planet we're looking at. Let's see. Da. Toggle front back view. How about that button? That'll be a lot easier to use. Yeah. Okay. How about right there? You were there and then you wasn't. Oh, it feels bad. Come it. All right. How about there? Only 9%, and I still got another probe after this one and still be able to get the efficiency target. This is a big ass planet. Come on. Hopefully that one gets it. I haven't tried slingshotting them around quite like this before. Ah, there we go. That one's not too bad. That should get it. Yeah! Got it! Okay. And then there's this guy over here, who is much smaller. You guys have any tips for slingshotting them around like that? Because that's not easy. Is anyone like a master at that? I am sorely lacking in my ability to slingshot probes around the backside. Give it the old reach around. Not my forte. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, slow down there, Skippy. It's gonna take a while to get through all of these. Oh, what did I start? Why am I doing this to myself? Oh no. Why did I do this? JT, thanks. Yeah, I hope it doesn't take that long. Oh, we're at 83% there. This next one ought to get it. Got it! And what do we got? Oh, damn. Oh, wait, no, that's the other planet. There's nothing on that one. But look at all the geologicals on the other one. Holy shit. Lost internet for a few minutes. You know, I feel your pain. As whenever my net here goes out, or like misbehaves with all the crazy packet loss problems, that's always when I feel like I get really bored. Because I don't know what to do with myself. It's like, what do I do? I have no idea. There's no YouTube. A lot of the games that I would normally play, like Elite for instance, just plain doesn't work. Like, oh. It feels bad. It kind of does, T6. It kind of does. It's like we're all so used to being, you know, connected and online and, you know, with the world at our fingertips. You know, then when it's gone, you're just like, what? The internet goes down. Yeah, we would be screwed. Depend on it too much. I mean, yeah, that's true. But at the same time, it makes a lot of things so much easier that it's really hard to fault people for being dependent on it. Like, and like for me especially, like the last year and a half, almost 2 years now, there's no way I would have, you know, like especially like the last 2 years actually, there's no way that that I would have survived the last couple of years without it. Good lord. Okay, yeah, we're definitely gonna be probing these rings, boys. Ooh. I want to know what's in these rings. I'm gonna see the hot spots here, because it's gonna be bonkers. Go on. Telleth me what is in the rings. Oh, that's the B ring. And we'll get the A ring next. No, I don't have any mining equipment on me, which kind of stinks, but... Okay. Let's take a look there. Alexandrite. Actually, that one sells for a decent bit. At least it used to. Yeah, there's a lot of hot spots. Aw, none of the good ones, though. That stinks. Yeah, I'm here now, David. We're in the system. And we are scanning all of the things. All of them. That should hit the planet. You must return me to the collective. Was out on a trip with my family, no tech, halfway through the week. You went all 7 and 9 all your 89%. You gotta be. Oh, you're shitting me right now. For fuck's sake. Go on. And there wasn't even any overlap on those. So this one is definitely, it needs 7 probes. Oh wow, there's a bunch of geologicals on this planet too. Look at that. At least 15, 16? Yeah, 16 it looks like. Holy dog shit. That's a lot of stuff. Good lord. So there's 16 geological sites even on that planet. I remember spending, you know, probably 2 hours tootling around on that planet and didn't see a dang thing. And now they're telling me that there's 16 sites on there? What? I know, right? That's what I was just thinking. Like, how many times have we just accidentally flown right past the stuff and never even realized? Like, that's crazy. Hey, Alien Hunter, how's it going, man? What are you up to? Like, my goodness gracious alive. Alright, this one told 2 probes for this little guy? Okay. I guess we're gonna hit it with 1 and then see how much of the planet it gets. Wow, 1 probe did 66% by itself. Okay, I guess we'll just kind of do that, and it should get the rest of it. Wow. Really, 2.6. Interesting. Well, that's good to know. Alright. And nothing interesting on that planet. Almost done tinkering with your distant world ship. Nice. Alright, let's go check out this big old gas giant over here. How awesome would it be to fly inside of a gas giant? I was talking about this yesterday. Oh! I want to fly inside one so bad. Baby nappies. Can't decide which pew-pews. There's something that's not ammo-based. You know, energy-based only. Otherwise, if you decide to shoot something while you're out there, you'll end up running out of ammo. I mean, it's a long trip. Yeah, the entire expedition lasts 300 days? Oof. Like, well, yeah, there's always synthesis, but you know, if you want to take something that's ammo based, to make sure you have got all the materials maxed out before you leave. See, exactly, Chozo. That's why I'm not going on Distant Worlds 2. It's too long. Like, don't get me wrong, part of me really does want to go because it sounds and looks like it's going to be an epic trip. But at the same time, it's too long. I cannot stay out of the bubble for that long. We got too much else going on for me to be gone for that long. Even if on my alt account, because my attention span simply isn't that long either. Because I have a secondary account that I do use from time to time, but I just couldn't do it. I do not have the attention span for it. It's just not there. Dun 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 dun. All right. Anyone know how many probes it takes to, you know, check out gas giants? I've never done this to a gas giant before. Watch it be some crazy number like 20. Pacifiers? Yes, we're probing for the first time. Oh yeah. Want to be useful in case of ganker attack? Yeah, I can. Okay, I can understand that. I mean, pacifiers would be useful. Just make sure that you are maxed out on synthesis stuff. That is my number one bit of advice. Make sure you are maxed on synthesis materials. Gone. Now, is this split into more than... Nope, it's one ring. Okay.
Surface scan complete.
Ooh, looky there. We got a couple of hot spots. Look, there's a painite hotspot here. Oh no. Why? Why? Pristine reserves, metal rich. Oh no. Personally, I go overcharged Alien Hunter, and that's because it's more efficient on the ammo. You get the same damage, really, but it's more efficient on the ammo than double shot is. By far. Man, we got a painite hotspot all the way out here. God damn it. So does my Oxy's hole. We've got painite hotspot there. Painite and platinum in the same ring. 22 probes. Efficiency target on this. What the fudge? I guess we're going to be at this for a minute. Wow, yeah, one probe only did 5%. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, we're gonna move a little bit closer. Oh, this is gonna take forever. Wow. Wow, just wow. In that case, I would still go overcharged, and it's just because, like, it is more efficient on ammo, but the damage is roughly the same as well. Alright, I guess off to the other side of this we go. Really? Those didn't go that far back. Son of a bitch! Alright, maybe those will get back there somewhere. Jeez, mapping these things is gonna be a pain in the neck. I mean, well, to be perfectly honest, Alien Hunter, that really doesn't surprise me. There's something like that, they're not gonna be able to resist. It's too tempting. Alright, I'm gonna plug this spot here. We'll do that. Oh, freaking really? It's arcing already. Yeah, screw it. It got the spot. It's fine. Alright, now gotta come around to the back side of this thing. God! Alright, gas giants are a pain in the neck to map. Holy crap. I was not prepared for this. Yeah, I was not prepared. That I wouldn't count on an alien hunter because you got to remember that it has to be built by a CG first, and how good its outfitting is and stuff like that is going to depend a lot on, you know, what tier that thing hits. Yeah, you can transfer modules. That'll be super useful. Alright, so I got most of the freaking planet. Now, where's the holes at? Ah, they're down there on the pole. Okay. Let's try right about there. Now, 46 light years is pretty good, all things considered. Like, yeah, it's not, you know, 70 some odd plus, but you don't need that. You really don't. Go around, you bastard. Okay, so these gas giants with with more gravity, this is slingshotting them is a little bit different. There, that's what I wanted the other time. You fuck. Oh, you. Non-engineered days. Oof. There. Jesus H. Christ. That was a freaking nightmare. I don't know. You stop that. These gas giants are going to take forever to map. Holy shit. Yeah, you can push combat ships. Actually, if you do it right, you can push a combat ship up even... You could probably get 40 light years out of certain ones now. Even combat fit, which is kind of bonkers to think about. Enigma FDL had 26 light years. Yeah... I mean, to be fair, that's a pretty good range for a Fer-de-Lance. Now, I actually think I can get a Ferdy to hit 40 light years now. I should be able, as a matter of fact, I want to say about 41 to 42 light years should be doable on the Fer-de-Lance now. granted, you know, that is 100% explorer, stripped down, etc., etc., etc. But it's doable. And then why anyone would strip down a Fer-de-Lance to do exploration like that is beyond me. Unless you're pulling a me and you just want to do dumb shit for the fun of it. Not always, Freelancer. There's, Mini, for instance, has an Anaconda outfit that is perfectly suited to exploration. And it still hits like 80 light years. It's kind of crazy, actually. %59% with a single probe. There we are. Oh, looky there. There. Whoa! Look at all those geological sites on that tiny planet. The highest number I see is 32. "32 geological sites on that tiny planet." What? What? Holy crap. Well, it's not necessarily just geysers, though, either. It could be other things, too. I mean, I don't know. I found fumaroles, you know, in Oxy's Hole yesterday, and there was, you know, there was no activity on them, at least not at the time. I know, right, Joseph? Good lord, they're everywhere! Alright, let's check the other one. There's still a couple more planets on in this little tiny area here to check. My god. "65 light years in the Phantom with 1 SRV, 2 AFMUs and scanners." Yeah, see, that's not bad. Shielded G4 to the AFMU. Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad idea. Especially, like, okay, especially if you're going to be out for a long time. You don't want to have to fart with, you know... You don't want to have to fart with, you know, repairing things on the AFM, with the AFMUs all the time. Or even self-repair with the AFMUs, etc., etc. That's just... inconvenient. Plus the FSD booster. FSD booster is a godsend. For crazy outfits and taking them out in the middle of nowhere. Godsend. Or if you're like me and you just like doing dumb things for the fun of it. Round we go. Still need to unlock it. I mean, yeah, to be honest, it took me a long time to get around to unlocking it because the Guardian grind stuff just drives me so crazy. Alright, let's see what this little guy has got to offer. 60% with 1 probe. Damn.
Surface scan complete.
Okay. Nothing fun on this guy. That's okay though. You don't need geologicals on everyone. It's just interesting to see how many there are. That one tiny planet with like 30 something sites, was it 32? That's bonkers. I actually kind of wanted to, okay, off stream, I will probably hang around here and check out the different geological sites. Because why not? First Guardian site you went to is in VR. I bet that was fun. The Guardian sights are interesting, to put it, you know, mildly. The skimmers, I think, are still one of the most annoying parts of the whole thing. I don't like them. And some of that is because the default aiming point with the SRV is not actually on the blasted skimmer. So the SRV just can't hit the damn thing 95% of the time. It's stupid. And I have no idea if they did that on purpose or not. I hope not, because if they did it on purpose, that's just artificial difficulty. Which is annoying. Okay, here we go. 4 probes, it says. Roger that. Well, it says that one probably missed, but we'll see, I guess. Yeah, manual aim is that is a must. It did miss. What the heck? All right, fine.
Surface scan complete.
Ah, I did it with those. Fair enough. Right. Yeah, if you have point defense, it does help with shooting the missiles. I've actually seen that work. It's kind of funny. But actually killing the sentinels takes way too long because it's just artificial difficulty with the aiming points being off and that kind of thing. Because I don't know about you guys, but I have a really hard time aiming when I'm in turret mode. Because, you know, moving the SRV around while you're trying to aim with the shit is... it's like impossible. Oh, I mean, it feels impossible anyway. Yeah, you could do that too. That does work. Or if you've got a friend that's in a, like, one of my favorite things to do is to use a fighter as like ground support. Just have, you know, put pulse lasers on it and have the pulse lasers on the fighter. Just take care of them, because that's super fast. Those, the fighters do a lot of damage to those things. So. Yeah, see, trying to drive when you're in the turret mode and stuff like that is just a pain in the neck. I don't like it. Yeah, on HOTAS, it is not the easiest thing. Like, some people are really good at it, though. Me, personally, I am terrible at it. Nah, see, MechWarrior is not that bad, though. Because it's, you know, it's slow. You know, you're standing still a lot easier. Those freaking Guardian bastards, they like to, you know, their missiles throw you around, etc., etc., etc. They're super annoying little bastards. Hey, Brendan, how's it going, man? What are you up to? Okay, I guess we'll plant one just right on the very tip top here and call it good. But yes, we are in the system now, Brendan. This is the big system that I was talking about. It's
Surface scan complete.
got all kinds of bonkers nonsense in it. You're in French class watching it on a crappy iPad. Oh, hey, at least you can watch it. I'm just saying, there is that. And I never took... Okay, I stopped bothering with French after... I think it was maybe like my 7th grade. Something like that. Yeah, I think it was like the 7th grade. Had 9 subs. I'm assuming that means substitute teachers, or as in like 9 sub sandwiches. There's a sub sandwich actually. Man, that sounds really good right now. German. See, I never took German. I took Spanish, and I gave up on Spanish halfway through my freshman year of high school. I hate Spanish. Ugh. Teachers, yeah, I thought so. Took French for 3 out of your 4 years of high school. You think you remember? Nope. Nope. Yeah, not a freaking chance. Exactly. Yeah. I don't remember nothing about Spanish, you know, from my time in high school. Not a bit of it. The Spanish I do know, I actually learned from Mexicans that I used to work with. And yeah, good times. Oh man, I forgot how far some of these planets are at. Oh, you didn't charge it. Oh, it feels bad. I've done that a few times. Actually, I think I need to charge my phone because I didn't charge it last night. Actually, it hasn't been on the charger for like a week. It's probably about dead. Whoops. My bad. In fact, let me grab my cable here. Oh. Gotta go grocery. Hey, groceries are good. Get you something worth having. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I've never been. I mean, again, like I've never actually been out of the country before, so this is. This is one of those places that I really do want to go. Yeah, wait a minute. I never mapped this system. I am confused. All right, Chozo, we'll see you, man. Not going. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to go. I don't have the attention span for it. It lasts way too long. Way too long. Want to go back to the States? Where are you from? Okay, so mapping this planet is going to be a pain in the ass because it's showing the whole thing is mapped, but I know it's not. So now I have no idea where the probes are supposed to go. I can sit here and guess. We'll do that, I guess. Sweden. Oh, nice. Out there. You know what? We'll dump one in the rings real quick because why not? And it looks like there's 2 rings here, so we'll... Yep, 2 rings. Just like I thought. And we'll hit that.
Surface scan complete. Surface scan complete.
Yeah, the rings, but not the freaking planet! I have no idea how we're gonna scan this planet. I've got most of it. We'll just do that and hope that gets me the last 5% that I need to map the thing. Yeah. Number 2299. It's like the 800th to sign up. Nice. Oh, really? It moved 1%. Shit! The thing is showing the whole planet is mapped, but I know it's not. Alright, let's try that. Let's see what happens. But yeah, there's nothing exciting about the States. Like, well, I mean, I say that, but I live here. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people signed up. It's kind of bonkers. Yeah, I am out of ideas here. I'm going to start spamming these things around until it finally gets... Until it finally, you know, hits somewhere that has a unexplored spot. There! Good lord! Alright, now let's see what the hotspots are in the rings. More painite! What? Painite and platinum! Don't have covered here either. Oh, more painite! 1, 2, 3 painite, 1 platinum. 2 platinums and 3 painite hotspots in these rings. What? What? Are these pristine? I wonder. I'll find out. Pristine reserves! Oh no. Oh no. That's so many pristine rings. Brendan, yeah, they're gonna have a bad day. It'll be pretty funny though, I have to admit. I mean, what would be entertaining for me? I'm just gonna sit back and watch the fireworks. It'll be fine. 8,000 ships in one instance. So you imagine how clogged that would be? Like, holy hell. That would be fun, though. I get on an hour early for the US meetup. I don't blame you.
Hull integrity compromised. Surface scan complete.
I win. Without even trying. But yeah, being on early is probably a good idea. That should give you... Should give you the advantage when it comes to network stability for the day. Hopefully. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't really believe them on that either.
4, 3,
As that... Oh. Like, we've seen what happens when, you know, even just a couple hundred people get in the same area. It gets bad. Yeah, like, we had problems on the Enigma expedition, and our roster was... what, a few hundred? Yeah, we only had like a few hundred people on the Enigma expedition. And, you know, these guys are sitting at almost 10,000 people signed up. They're gonna have problems. Your grandfather plays. Wow, that's interesting. He's only getting on about 20 minutes before it starts. I mean, it should hopefully be enough. I mean, as long as you're on early, you should hopefully have the advantage when it comes to network stability, but I don't know. With so many people, man, it's gonna get a little crazy. I don't think there's any way around it. Oh man, I got the hiccups. Oof. Here we are. 2 probes, it says. Fair enough. Off you go. Mappeth me the planet. %61% with 1 probe. Not bad.
surface scan
Ta-da! Efficiency target bonus. Yeah, I didn't think there'd be anything there. On MCE, couldn't get more than 25 in an instance, and people were crashing. Yeah, that's about the same experience that we had on the Enigma expedition. Yeah, getting 15, 20 of us in one instance was about the most we could do reliably. You know, we did push it up. I think we've had 30 or 40 some odd in an instance, but it was very unstable, and people were crashing and having all sorts of problems. It was a little bonkers. Da 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 dun dun da 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 dun da 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 da. Small worlds. Yeah, there's been a few times where we've managed to get like 100 plus. The original Distant Worlds had at Sagittarius A, wasn't it something like 120 people in one instance? But it was unplanned and Frontier wasn't expecting it, so it really played hell with the servers. Like it did. Yeah, I remember they got a little bit of a talking to after that one. Alright, 4 probes it says for this one. Oh yeah, we had a whole bunch of people get their SRVs out and just sit on top of Big Rhonda. That I remember. There we go. Oxy the cult leader. Yes. Okay, here we go. Another gas giant. Man. Yeah, well, I guess we'll find out, Brendan. We'll find out. I'm not overly optimistic that there's going to be no problems. I'm just kind of assuming that there will be some form of problem. More than likely, Alien Hunter. I'm not sure if I still have all the screenshots and stuff from all of that, but yeah. Good times. Enigma Expedition was fun. There is no question about that. That was quite the experience, that's for sure. Maybe multi-crew will help and let you see stuff on Distant Worlds too. Oh, are they adding a Distant Worlds 2 option in multi-crew? That would be kind of cool. It kind of like they did for the Salome event. There was a custom multi-crew option. Really, Admiral? I thought you've been around longer than that. For some reason, I thought you've been here longer than just Enigma. Don't bring up that event. Yeah, people tend to get salty over that one. Just watch the perfect 180 spin when being asked to in Conda Hinge. Oh yeah, well it's because I think we were reorienting so everyone was facing the right way, making it all symmetrical and stuff. Yeah, I remember that. Alright, look at this. This gas giant. Oh, this is going to be such a pain in the ass to map it. Because it's showing it as mapped. But I know it's not. You were in chat, but you only joined the Discord. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to say, because I remember seeing your name around before then. At least I could swear. Man, mapping this is going to be such a pain in the ass. Is it showing it as already mapped, even though it's not? Damn thing.
Surface scan complete.
Are there no hotspots in the entire... Oh, yep. No, there is a few. Okay. Why are we suddenly... There. Alright, well, I guess we're just gonna spam these at the freaking planet, because not a whole lot of other option here. You know, I will say Enigma Expedition is probably, like, hands down one of the most fun and interesting things that I have ever done in Elite. And it is probably the highlight of my streaming career as far as, like, big events. I'm not even kidding. Got a HOTAS for Christmas and looked like a noob for a few hours. You know, if you got used to playing with keyboard and mouse, you switching over to HOTAS is... It'll take you a bit. I mean, it's fairly natural, but if you're not used to it, it will drive you frickin' bonkers for a little bit. Yeah, without being able to see where the, you know, the mapped and unmapped places are on here, just gonna have to spam the hell out of this and hope it's enough. Got it mostly down before you parked at the Distant World start. Yeah, the good news is it's not too bad. I mean, you'll get used to it. You know, the more you fly, you know, the more you'll figure out like what kind of bindings you actually like, etc., etc., etc. That just takes time more than anything. You know, I've had more than 3 years, you know, to figure out my bindings and stuff like that for Elite Dangerous and HOTAS and stuff like that, so you'll get used to it. That one? Right there? Yeah, I'm not quite sure how to hit that. I don't know. I think it got it, but I'm not sure. Okay, ring. Miss. Ring. So that should be the middle one. I don't know. I think that tiny thing is part of that one. But I'm not sure. What? Why is it going that way? I am so confused. But yeah, I think that tiny ring there is part of that one. I think. Alright, let's just spam more of these things all over freaking creation and hope that it's a place that's not already mapped. This sucks. I can't hardly map this planet because I can't tell what's actually mapped and what's not. Ah, this is gonna drive me batshit crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try that and see what happens. Cause I can't see a damn thing. Hey, Dunkle, how's it going? I really can't see a blasted thing. We'll see if this does it. Ah. Only in Super Cruise, that's bullshit. Alright. Aha! Now it's showing correctly. Damn thing.
Surface scan complete.
Now it's showing right. Sleepy tired? Why so sleepy tired? Okay, come on, thing. When I... Da, 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 da. Had a hard day at work. Ah, yeah. I know them feels. That's been there, done that. Not for a while, obviously, but yeah. I know what you mean. Okay, that's 47%. Yeah, the other side definitely needs some mappage. So, let's get a move on, shall we? To the other side. Onwards, Buttercup. There's planets to scan. Dun, 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 dun. Man, mapping these things is a pain in the neck. But we must map the whole thing. This is my system, damn it! It is mine! Alright, turn around. Okay. Ollie up. And ollie up. Fly, probes, fly! Okay, so must be right out there, and then there, and maybe another one here. All right, let's see what happens with these guys now. Ooh, that was a good shot. Okay. And ollie up. And another one maybe over here. And I want to hit the ring. All right, come on. Almost there. Son of a bitch! 1%! One! No! Dadgummit! Oh! I'm gonna be one probe over the target. Son of a bitch! Oh well. It's fine. Oh. These things are a pain in the neck. Oh, look at that. Another painite and platinum hotspot. Yeah, the rings we've already got. At least we should. Well, let me double check. I know, yeah, we got the inner one. Let's make sure we've got that one. Yeah, we see we got that one already. Actually, you know what? Let's get closer to the rings just to make sure that we've got like this tiny one that's in between. Because I honestly don't know if that's part of the outer ring or if it's its own individual one. That's honestly a really good question. Like, I want to say it's part of the big, like, this outer one, but don't know till we try. Yeah, it must be part of the outer one. Yeah, it's part of the outer one. Okay, that's good. Good, good, good. Which means we got that. But painite and platinum key on this one too. We've got painite and platinum all over this freaking place. It's everywhere. Now we gotta go get this next one. Like, holy crap. Who would have thought there'd be so much painite in one system? And we still got so many more rings left to go. So many more. This system is going to be full of painite. It'll be everywhere. Don't know yet, Ebril. None of the rings that I've scanned so far have been icy. As there's this one, which is rocky and rocky. There's this one here, which is metal rich. This one here, metal rich and rocky. And the one that we were just at, which is metal rich and rocky. So now painite is actually worth the time, because a lot of when you find the mother loads, you get a lot of other minerals in there as well that are definitely worth a pretty penny. I know that because I've done it. Like, yeah, opals might be worth, you know, the most when you find the right system for them. But, yeah. The other stuff is a lot more stable because you don't have a lot of people, you know, going after it. $1.6 billion from distant worlds. That would be kind of crazy. That's a lot of money.
Surface scan complete.
That is a lot. No geologicals on that one. This next one actually has an atmosphere, so we can't even see if there's anything fun on it anyway. Which is fine, but we're still gonna map the whole thing. The whole thing. Depends on how much you play a week. Yeah, I mean, it was kind of like all of Elite. Depends a lot on how much you play. And, you know, how much time do you put into it? How many, you know, especially with exploration, like, you know, how many, you know, systems do you actually, you know, take the time to stop and scan? You know, the answer to that is not many. Not many at all. At least for me. But if you stop and scan, you know, fairly regular, oh yeah, payouts to be really nice. Really nice. Four probes, it says. Ta-da! Well, that one was easy. See, I like these easy ones. They make up for the ones that are a pain in the neck. All right, look here. We got more rings on this planet. I wonder what's on this one. Like, it's not even very large. It can't be too fancy? Maybe? I don't know. But man, this system has got so much stuff to mine. We'll have to see if there's any... You know, I don't remember if there's any ice rings here or not. Oh, metal rich, rocky, metal rich, rocky. Oh, there is an ice ring out there. And more ice ring there. Alright, so those three have got ice rings on them. Hey, Michael Eklund, what's going on, man? Yeah, it feels good, man. It actually does help me out quite a lot. I've been streaming on Twitch for, you know, the last several months. But, yeah, I'm locked out of my Twitch account because of a two-factor authorization failure. Like, it just plain didn't work. So here I am, back on YouTube, at least for now. Actually, at this point, it actually seems like I'm probably just going to be here permanently at this point, because yeah, it's been almost 2 weeks since I put in a ticket and I haven't had any response. So if it takes them this long to deal with something so simple as that, I just don't have the patience for it. Put them in on that ring, on that ring, and on that one. Oh, I guess this qualifies as one ring, even with the gigantic gaps? What? How is that? I mean, okay, whatever. No hotspots, though? That sucks. Oh, well. Good to have me back on YouTube. You know what? Strangely enough, I didn't think I would say this because, you know, I got so used to, you know, being on Twitch. But, you know, it feels kind of good to be back here on YouTube. It really does. No app on the Apple TV. You prefer to watch on the big screen. Hey, I can't fault you for that. Where's that one going? Really? That is so odd. It went there of all places. We'll do that. And again, over here. Hey, 7-Eleven, how's it going? How am I today? I'm doing quite well, thank you. We are in my gigantic system, mapping all of the things. Or, well, I should say we're trying to. Some of them are being a pain in the neck. And Halo Fanatics, hello, sir. How goes? YouTube is just fine on Apple TV. Oh, that's good to know. Actually, you know what? Here's a question for you. Since you're on such a big screen, you know, is the stream quality good? Got a lot of shit to do. I hear that. Why was mission control so tense when NASA launched a cow into orbit? It was a high stakes mission. Ah! Yes. I am going to be long gone from here by the time Distant Worlds makes it out this far, DP. I'll be back in the bubble with this account by Monday or Tuesday. Probably Tuesday, actually. Very good. Good. Good to know. Yeah, I don't typically stay out in the black for very long. You know, a couple of weeks at the most. You know, and that's... You know, and that even that's a pretty big assumption, depending on what's going on. You cleared the raid? Nice! The longest I've ever been out of the bubble with my main account is actually the Enigma expedition, and that took me about a month and a half. That's actually because, yeah, the whole expedition lasted about a month, and then I was out there at Colonia for all of, you know, a few days, and then I came straight back. Not sure how long you last. I mean, to be honest, don't push yourself. You know, only do how much you feel like doing. And if you get burnt out on it, don't be afraid to turn around and come back. The thing is you know, these really long expeditions like that, you're gonna, like, a lot of people will suffer from burnout. And yeah, it's best to not force yourself to try and go through with something that you're burnt out on. You know, my #1 tip there is don't force it if you ain't feeling it. Otherwise, you'll get stuck out in the black so far away from the bubble and everything else that you want to do in game, and that you'll just never get back. So, you know, don't force yourself to do something to get burnt, you know, if you're feeling burnt out. Saw a sad dog today. It was a pity. Whoa! That's a good one. Only gone to Beagle 2 and Colonia 3 times. Yeah, personally... What?
Oh, yeah.
Michael! Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. But yeah, Dunkel, you'll get no argument from me. It is... It's too long. It's too long. But again, that's just my opinion on it, though. Like, some people are going to think, you know, oh, it's almost a year long. That's awesome. Yeah. It's subjective. It's entirely subjective. But yeah, my attention, my personal attention span for something like that, month and a half, 2 months tops. That's it. Past that, I'll get bored out of my flippin' mind. Exploration for weeks on end is best with a second screen and a series to binge watch. Yes. That's actually my first ever exploration trip that I ever did was over 2 years ago. Was before I started streaming on a regular basis, you know, by a long shot. It was probably 8 months or so before I started streaming regularly. And I went to Colonia, and then a little ways towards the core, and then out to a system that a friend pointed me to, and then from there back to Colonia, and then back to the bubble. I was gone for... It couldn't have been more than like 2 weeks. And that was the first ever one that I actually, did something like that. Look at this, we got this bug again where it's showing the whole thing is mapped, even though it's clearly not. That's alright, at least with this one I can just spam these things all over the place and not have to move. Nah, see, the basics are all the same, Michael, which is, God, thank goodness for that. But there are, like, what I'm doing now, this is the equivalent of the old detailed surface scan. Well, I should say, no, it's more like another layer on top of it. Well, remapping things, in some cases, I didn't actually have to rebind anything for the update. Although, this thing is called, the FSS is kind of a pain in the neck to bind. The FSS and then the new detailed surface bindings. It is kind of sucky to get used to. Oh, you're on console. Oof. Yeah. That would make it a lot more challenging. Is consoles with the limited buttons is going to be difficult. The mining, okay, so the mining, the old style of mining still works, right? The only thing that's actually different now is that you have more tools. That's really about it. And so you've got a couple. So you've got the pulse wave scanner that puts it. You put that in a utility mount, and then you've got a couple of new hard point mounts. So you'll need. You really just need the seismic charges for the mother loads, because the subsurface missile thing. Pfft, don't bother. There's no freaking bother. It's pointless. At least IMO, it's pointless. I bet it does, actually. A gamepad or a controller, I can see it working really well for something like this. Nearly 1 billion off the mother loads in the last 3 weeks. Yeah, see, mining payouts are good. They are so good. Overkill? No, not in the least. They're fun, is what they are. They are so much fun. Honestly, it's the mother loads that make mining worth doing. It's a blast, literally. Thank you. I'll be here all week. No, they're not. It's seismic charges. They're pretty cool. Yeah, they're pretty awesome, actually, to be perfectly honest. I really enjoy them. No, it's not complicated at all. Not in the least. If I actually, you know what? If I had mining stuff on here, I would show you how it works. It's really, really simple. Hey, Star Trek's good stuff. And Star Trek Discovery new season starts in like 6 days. It's on the 17th, which is, what is that, Thursday? Yeah, Thursday next week. Yeah. She gagged. Button binding on the console isn't too bad. Not when you think each button can work on its own or as a combo with any other button. That's true. That's true. But then, like, remembering... You know, remembering all of the different combinations, at least for me, would be such a pain in the neck. But some people don't have any trouble with it. Discovery's cancer, SJW, hoo-ha. I mean, to be fair, though, Star Trek has always been pretty liberal. Although I suppose Discovery is a lot more in your face with it, though, too. Personally, there's a lot of things about Discovery that I enjoy. There are some things that I don't, but I mean, again, to each their own. For the most part, I've enjoyed Discovery. It is a lot more Hollywood, you know, shoot 'em up action-y than a lot of the others were. But by the same token, though, I mean, it depends on what you like. Come on, 86. I just need 4% more and it'll freaking be done. For fuck's sake. No, I just go to the CBS's. I just go to CBS's website because they have other shows that I watch too, so I don't mind paying them. You know, what's it like, $5 a month to watch crap on there. You know, Galrack, that would actually be pretty awesome if the Xbox, so now that it supports mouse and keyboard, if that would, you know, follow through with Elite, that would be pretty cool. Got a PS4 from your dad. Everything other than RPGs are a pain to play. Aiming and shooting with a controller is like pissing in a bucket. I mean, to be fair though, Michael, that's probably just because you're not used to it. I mean, this is part of the learning curve. It is very different from, you know, the controls that a lot of us are used to. Orville is a lot more like Star Trek than Discovery ever is. STD and Doctor Who were both crap for their respective season. I know, there were parts of Discovery that I really liked. The stories are a bit more engaging, but some of the characters I think need a little bit of work. Now, Harry Mudd, I love that guy as a character. He's fun. Orville I haven't actually watched though. I should watch it. Hey, Steve Shaw, how goes, sir? How are you doing today? There we are. Planet mapped. See, that one is quick and simple. Yeah, we will go to the next one. True analogy coming from a PC gamer. Yeah. I mean, it's fair. Yeah, see, Scorb was streaming at the same time that I was, so it's hard for me to do mine and then watch his at the same time. It feels bad. Stole the tardigrade idea from an older game, and the characters are even based on it design-wise. Yeah, see, that I didn't know. But then again, at this point, though, how many original, like, truly original ideas are left? Probably not that many. I mean, when they're playing inside someone else's sandbox too, and that makes it even worse. What I mean by that is, you know, it's an existing universe that's not even, you know, quote unquote brand new. Really? Hey, I didn't know that. The CBS will fight it though. Hey, Seth Terran, how goes it, sir? How are you today? Alright, 4 it says. Fair play. I don't really think the tech is any more advanced, Halo. At least not from what I've seen. They're just not focusing on explaining how, you know, how the stuff works. And, yeah, people's idea of what is futuristic has changed drastically over the last 20 years. And that's something to keep in mind as well. Is that, like, the stuff that's on Star Trek, at least the older Star Trek stuff, doesn't really look all that futuristic anymore. And a lot of that is because half the stuff that was in the old stuff are things that we have now. Yeah, Thursday next week, Dunkel. So in like 6 days from now. Yeah, one of those buggers is gonna miss.
Surface scan complete.
There we go. Yeah, any oh, look at that. We got a whole mess of geologicals on that boy. Did you see that? Looky there, 21 sites. Yeah, looks like 21 geological sites on that guy. Holy crapola. And that's just a tiny planet too. Good lord. Yeah, I'd be interested to see, you know, what happens to that lawsuit with CBS and Disco Halo. Because that would be an interesting read, I think. Well, Michael, it's because the older style just doesn't appeal to that many people anymore. You know, like back when, you know, Star Trek like that was new, you know, it was more acceptable. You know, nowadays people have a very different idea of what makes good media. You know, so I mean, of course they're gonna have to pander to that to a certain degree. You know, they just don't have a choice. I know, right, April? We've got 30 some odd on one, like, you know, what is it, somewhere in the teens or 20s on another, you know, 20 some odd on that planet. If I wanted to visit all the different geological sites in this system, I'd have to spend a couple of days out here, I think, to see it all. It's crazy. Yeah, actually, it should be airing on... The second season should be airing on Netflix here in the States, too. The first season didn't, which drove me bonkers.
Surface scan complete.
I know, right, Steve? This system is crazy. Hey, is this more? No. Okay. I was about to say, holy hell. This system, I found it on my original Beagle Point trip with the Fer de Lance, actually. That was so long ago. Ah, same here, Michael. DS9 is my favorite. It is hands down my favorite one out of all of them so far. Oh, same here, Halo. I've grown up with Star Trek ever since I was, you know, a little kid. My dad was huge into Trek. So that's nothing new. You know, I've watched all the series except for the original series. I have a hard time getting past some of the cheese in the original series. But I have seen some of the episodes, and the good ones are actually pretty good, admittedly. There's a screen on the bridge with a particular design for the warp manifolds. Wasn't standard in Starfleet until 2271 until the same year the original Enterprise got canned. Ah, yeah, see? Stuff like that is a good spot. See, that's some of the same kind of like nitpick bullshit that I give, you know, the JJ, you know, Kelvin bullshit. Oh, I nitpick on that shit so bad. Amon American! Hello! Long time no see. How goes, man? I Cisco punched Q in the face. That was, oh, so good. Yeah, ablative. Oh man, long time no see. Another man. What's going on? And yes, J.J. Abrams' verse drives me batshit bonkers. It's so bad. Oh, it's so inconsistent. It drives me. It just drives me nuts. You know, Babylon 5. Everyone says it was a brilliant show. I actually haven't won it. I haven't actually watched that show. God, I am so thankful that those movies are not canon, Halo. What? So, okay, efficiency target, 2 probes. Right? I've hit it with 2. It's sitting at 87%. It needs 3% more. But yet these 2 probes have no crossing outline whatsoever. And it's 3% shy. In other words, it is impossible to hit the efficiency target on this planet. They were supposed to have fixed that bullshit. Nah, see, the lens flares, like J.J. Abrams' lens flares in the original, in the first Kelvin timeline one, was a little overdone. It's not that it was bad, it was just a little overdone.
Surface scan complete.
And yes, I'm on it. I did. We were there yesterday. We mapped that whole system, and we're on to another one. This system I found during my original Beagle Point trip, the very first one ever. And so yeah, we are here mapping this one now. You know, it's got so much shit. It's gonna take me forever. Yeah, he messed up the Star Trek stuff big time. JJ's rehash of A New Hope. Yeah. Yeah, this system is huge. All right, just to give you an idea, I'll throttle down a little bit. But look at the size of this system. Look at all this stuff. The yellow marker there is how far I've gotten so far. And we've been here for like 2 hours. And we still have all this to go. Oh no. What did I start? Fringe took a lot out of everyone involved. See, I haven't watched that either. On your way back from Colonia, you got pretty close to 10 bodies per 10 minutes. Not bad. But there's no way that's gonna happen in this system. It's not gonna happen. The 7-Eleven, the black holes in the other system. You know, this is the big mamma jamma that I was talking about. 10 bodies per minute. Yeah, maybe in the FSS, but actually mapping them with the probes, this system's way too big for that, and they're too far spread apart. Brennats, how goes, sir? What are you up to? Alright, we're gonna try this again with this one. There we go. 2 probes fired. I actually haven't watched Cloverfield either. There we go. Got it. Yeah, let's see, because there was, you know, Star Trek, then what was the second one? Then there's Beyond. Beyond was the third of the JJ Trek ones, wasn't it? Oh, not too bad, Brannets. Not too bad at all. Just out here doing my thing. We're in the big mamma jamma of systems that I was talking about the other day. This, look at all these planets. Oh man, this is bonkers. But yeah, we're out here scanning all of this stuff. Into darkness, right? Into darkness and then beyond, right? Triple blood, I don't remember that. No, I actually haven't seen Cloverfield. Okay, guys, you have to understand that my movie watching experiences have been... There's a lot of gaps in there, and I don't have time in my life to fill all of them. Like, I hadn't even watched Alien until like a year ago. And yeah, it's just been... You know, now I just make fun of that movie because it's so bad. I can't do anything but make fun of it. Oh, magic blood from Khan to resurrect Kirk. Yeah, I don't get that either. There was some kind of, you know, there was some kind of techno-babble bullshit for that one, but I don't remember what it was. I have not seen Avatar. What, Michael? Are you talking about Alien? I'm sorry, that movie was bad. You cannot convince me otherwise. It was bad. I mean, I guess for its time, it was probably pretty good, but it didn't age well. They wanted to make Kirk a super soldier thanks to Khan's blood in the third one, but they shit-canned Into Darkness. Did they really? So it's not a canon sequel to the 09 one? Oh, Jesus. So what you're telling me is that there's already there's already canon and non-canon nonsense inside the Kelvin timeline. You've got to be shitting me. Don't go. Yeah, 2 movies in and they retcon it. Yeah. See, I wasn't a big fan of I wasn't a big fan of what they did with, you know, Into Darkness anyway. 2 movies in and they retcon. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Saw it secretly when you were like 5 years old. Had to sneak the VHS when your parents weren't home. Yeah, see, I can see, like, you're that young, I can see it, you know, especially if it's, you know, even relatively new. I can see how that movie would scare the crap out of you. But me, when I'm, you know, 30 years old and watching it and it's old as shit, I'm looking at that and it's like, that's not even freaking scary. Like, I still don't get why people thought it was scary, because, like, the alien, you know, bursts out that dude. It's clearly on a rail. You can tell, like, looking at it, it's on a rail. It's not scary. Yeah, Steve, you're not the first person that has said something like that to me about those. They make Discovery JJ first canon. Don't hold your breath. Stargate? You know, I know a lot of people that like Stargate. I've just never actually got around to watching it myself, which I probably should. I mean, you must have some real good, you must have some, you know, like A-grade conditioner or something going on there, because that's some powerful stank for some people that it must be defeating. I'm just saying. Ooh. Well, that's probably about true with a lot of different things, though, Halo. I mean... Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to go to the other side of this gas giant after this one. Yeah, I fucked that one up pretty good. Did not go where I was hoping it would. That's fine. To the other side! Stargate's awesome. Coming from a true side was Stargate 1, Atlantis, Stargate Universe equals what the fuck? I mean, I think every franchise has, you know, their black sheep. That's just makes you scratch your head and go, the hell? Halo. That's a pretty good one. I just read that. SGU was their copy, sort of copy of Battlestar Galactica. Really? See, I haven't watched Battlestar either. Which, I mean, I probably should. But I don't know if it's my style. I'm pretty wary of sci-fi stuff that's not... I should say pretty wary of sci-fi stuff that's older. You know, if it's more than, say, like 10 years old. or 10, 15 years old, I'm usually pretty weary. Hey, Geezer, how's it going? Yeah, TNG, okay. Now, the reason I don't have a problem with the Trek stuff is because, you know, I grew up with those. You know, so then, like, that stuff, I'm just kind of used to it. You know, some of the other series, though, you'll be hard-pressed to get me to watch them. But yeah, TNG, though, for its time, was actually pretty freaking good. I'm not gonna lie. Dadgummit. Okay, maybe that one and that one. Yeah, this is a chunky system. It's a heckin' chonker. Yeah, TNG on Blu-ray? Nice. I just stream it off of like Netflix and stuff like that whenever I actually want to watch it. 84%, son of a bitch! Okay, out we go. Yeah, secondhand stuff for like the DVDs or Blu-rays for stuff like that is probably fine. I wouldn't trust secondhand VHS tapes though. Man, I don't even have a VCR anymore. Oh man. I haven't had a VCR for a long time now that I think about it. I mean, depends on how you want to look at it, but yeah. Got ED downloading now, haven't played in a while. You know, yeah, Bandit, you're not wrong. There were a lot of things about ED that got very grindy for a lot of people for a long time, but a lot of it has changed. A lot of the base gameplay has been updated now, so it's a lot better than it used to be. But personally, I'm really waiting for something more substantial. Like now, let's say like mining and exploration now is up to the point where I feel like this is what it should have been like on release. Which is good, mind you, that it's finally like this. That's good. But I would have loved to have had this a long time ago. One more day of opal mining before Distant Worlds? Yeah, it's coming up pretty soon. You got a, just a handful of hours now. I'm just over here plugging the gaps now. Trying to get the last few percentage points here. Yeah, they're getting awful close, but not quite there. There's an oral and rectal thermometer. The taste. Indeed. Solid old school sci-fi show, The Invaders. One guy knows of these aliens that are trying to conquer the world from the inside. Cold War feel. Interesting. Michael. As long as you look good, it's all good in the hood. There! Jeebus. That took way too long. These huge gas giants take so much effort to map. It's unreal. The Orville. You know, I should watch the Orville just out of, one, because I'm curious, and two, because it is, from all accounts, actually really good. And yeah, I should actually watch it, give it a chance, see how I like it. No pain in the Scorb, but Scorb's not an ass. Yeah, I heard about that ablative, that it had both of those guys in it. I think that's interesting. Yeah, I've heard the same, Bandit. You're not the first person to have said that. Even just in this stream, even. He just wanted to blame Scorb. I mean, it is fair. Hashtag blame Scorbius. It's always his fault, whether he wants it to be or not. Dadgummit, that one's gonna miss, so we'll fire another one. Yeah, get it, Halo. The pain in the mini. Yes. The Scorpius shame walk. Wait a minute, the one that was supposed to miss actually hit? That's confusing. But it went to a completely different area than it was supposed to. I am very confused. Yeah, I missed his stream because I was streaming last night too. So I kind of missed it. He never tells me when he's gonna stream, so we always end up streaming at the same time. When's the next one? Actually soon, because you know, since the donation goal is more than met at this point. Are they colliding? No, thank God. That was just a perspective problem there. The next one is actually pretty soon. Probably. I should probably do it on Wednesday. I'm thinking Wednesday. Tip us for a couple of beers. I actually have a full bottle of vodka and about 1/10 of one left over. I have seen Spaceballs. It's been a long friggin' time since I watched it, but I have seen it. Yeah, that one does actually hold up pretty well, mostly because it's just stupid funny. You got Tim Russ. Tim Russ, the same guy who plays Tuvok in Voyager, dragging a giant comb through the desert and, we ain't found shit. How can you hate it? You can't. You can't hate that. They've gone to Blade. Yeah, fella. Tim Russ was second choice for Jordy. That would have been interesting. I know, right, Gary? Yeah, Bandit, that was Tuvok. Tim Russ is the guy in Spaceballs dragging the comb through the desert, and he goes, "We ain't found shit." Same guy. It blew my mind when I first figured that out. I couldn't believe it. Hey, Philly Blunt, how's it going, man? Missioning with a full boron was one of the travel across the galaxy for over a month. Died right before turning it in. Oof. Yeah, that one's pretty good, Michael. Not bad, Philly. Not bad at all. And yeah, Philip, Spaceballs is pretty good. Ooh, you know what? I might actually make that my next rabbit call for Patreon and channel supporters. I was going to include Twitch subs in there too, but yeah, I don't think I'm going to be on Twitch anymore. They're gonna have to really do something fast if they want me back on Twitch ever. 2 freaking weeks. Tim Russ was in Live Free and Die. Was he really? Yeah, Halo. I noticed that too. That was actually quite interesting. I didn't expect that, but it was kind of cool that they did it. An FBI agent. Oh, right! That's right! Now that you say that, I remember. Yeah! Oh, man. Yeah, it was a pretty decent episode. There was a lot of work that went into that one to make it what it was, I think. And it turned out pretty good. The CIA, NSA, same thing. He was a Fed. It's fine. But yeah, I remember that now. Because he was one of the federal guys. He's also been in... He's been in NCIS too, a TV show. I don't remember what role he played in that, but I know he's been in it. Yeah, we're doing the whole thing, Rick. This entire system has had my name on every single bit of it since I discovered it. But now that mapping is a thing and gives another tag, I couldn't resist coming back here and making sure that my name was on all the first map tags too. So yeah, we're gonna do the whole thing. The whole thing. I don't know that I'm gonna do the whole thing on stream though, because I've already been going for 3 hours today, and we've been here in system for 2 hours, and we're not even halfway through. So I don't know that we're gonna stay here on stream the whole time, but I am going to map the entire thing before I leave. Yeah, Kira, who I cannot remember who I can't remember her actual name. Gates McFadden played Beverly Crusher. That much I remember. Crossover with Webster? You might have to explain that one, because that I do not remember. Not a visitor. That's right. There we go. That last one should do it. The episodes of Voyage is one who's been in Dune and Lord of the Rings. You have to be more specific than that. At least for me. Because there's a lot of people that's been to Lord of the Rings, and for the most part, I don't remember what their names were. You know, minus Orlando Bloom. That's the only one I know by name. And then, let's see. Halo. Well, yeah, see, I know Patrick Stewart's been in quite a few things over the years. About the only thing that I ever remember watching him in, though, is, yeah, Star Trek, obviously. Although he apparently does a bunch of stage acting, though, too. Or has been doing, you know, stage acting for quite some time. Even, actually, apparently, even during the time that he was doing Star Trek, he was still doing stage acting. Oh, that's right. Yeah, he is freaking Professor Xavier. Right, I remember that. Yeah, he kind of does do a little bit of everything at different points, doesn't he? He's kind of all over the place. I mean, it's not bad. Just, it may be unexpected. There's not a whole... Oh, Jesus, slow down. There's not a whole lot of the actors that I'm familiar with have actually done much Broadway acting. You know, at least not on a regular basis like he does. And so it's kind of cool. Yeah, he is a heavy Shakespearean actor. That much is true. Dadgummit. It's showing this planet is mapped again. Man, this bug is gonna drive me bonkers. I know, right, Philly? See, this is what happens to, like, granted, what I'm doing here on stream right now is not particularly, you know, it's not overly interesting. So the conversation is what keeps the whole thing going. And that's okay. Well, I can only imagine that it would be, yeah, because the time, you know, the time needed for that role is going to be just absolutely insane. I know, right, Halo? Who here prefers TOS over TNG? I don't know about that. TNG all the way. River is coming to SuperCon in Miami in July. Don't know nothing about no river. Unless you're talking like water. Then, yeah, I know all about that. Alright, Steve Shaw, we'll see you later, man. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, never watched Serenity. Again, guys, I think you underestimate, or Firefly for that matter. I have not watched it. Guys, underestimate the gigantic gaps in my movie and TV series watching history. Yeah, autocorrect getting you there, Rick. Oh, pfft. You hush it, Michael. I hate planets like this, and I can't frickin' see what's mapped and what's not. I have to relog every single time to fix that. That's gonna be annoying. See, that's what everyone says, that it was really awesome. It's just, I think it was Firefly, was it on Fox originally? That would explain why it got canceled unnecessarily, because Fox likes to do that. Dumbasses. Canceled before it got a decent ending. Didn't they make a movie for Firefly though? I remember someone saying something about a movie for it. I don't remember if that's actually, if they actually did it though. Serenity was the movie. Okay, okay, that makes more sense. Alright, Halo. We'll see you later, Halo. Take it easy, man. Man, son of a bitch. Oh, this freaking movie came first. No, I think the show came first and the movie was later. I think? The keyword here is think. That's just guessing based on what I've been told. Hey, Innocent, welcome back, sir. Yeah, try that. Maybe a little bit innocent. I mean, I never put any claim to being sane. Like, sanity's overrated anyway. And it's all relative.
Surface scan complete.
Finally. Jeebus. Oof. That one took way too long. How far have we got through the system? A good ways, actually. We are... But we're not halfway through. That much I can tell you. Okay. we started here and we've made it to this one. We still have those. And then these planets. And all of those. Freaking oof. That's all I can say is oof. And of course, Pretzel decides to shit out right this instant. That damn thing. But yeah, this place is huge. It's gonna take me forever. Haven't played in a while. Your X55 flight stick broke. Oh, feels bad. Too busy with other stuff to get it fixed or find a replacement. Getting the urge to play again. It'll be finished as soon as it doesn't World 2 ends. Nah, we'll be done before then. But no, Gary, you should figure out what's wrong with your X52. Like, is it the normal one where the throttle quit working? Is that I think I know how to fix, but I haven't actually. I should do a tutorial on that. There we go. Now Pretzel starts working all on its own. Right then, program. You're possessed. And there you go. 2 probes, it says. Okie doke. We can do that. Off you go. Throttle works. It's the stick. Yes, you saw the throttle fix.
Surface scan complete.
Bandit, it's, I don't know, a lot of that depends on your personal piloting style. I mean, NPCs are tougher. At least, well, I should say, you know, ones that are, you know, the higher rank ones are definitely tougher. Now, Michael, I have an X56 now. It's a totally different set of problems between the X52 and the X56 as far as the throttle goes. The X56 has an issue with some of the wiring not being held together very well, so the insulation on it, and there's a particular bend where the insulation likes to wear out, crack, and then break, which consequently breaks the wires for the throttle sensors and that kind of stuff. You know, the X56, both the X56 and the X55 have those problems. I've had my X56 since mid-June of last year, so for what, 7 months, 8 months? 8 months-ish? Yeah, I've had my X56 now for about 8 months, and I haven't had any trouble with it whatsoever, and I use it all the time. You know, I play DCS and Elite, and both games, you know, I need to be able to use the throttle and the stick, so this thing has got... This thing has probably got 1,000 hours worth of playtime on it already, you know, in the last 8 months, and it's holding up just fine. Still have the X52, the detent is still... Yeah, the detent is just one of those really weird things about the X52's throttle. Long answer short, you play more than SciTech expected. Yeah. Yes, Rick, Logitech did take over. The X56 that I have is technically branded as a Logitech product instead of SciTech. I have the black one. Like, it's It's black, and some of the more gaudy ones. Well, yeah, it's black and gray. So that's the black and gray is the Logitech version of the X56. The black and blue is the old Cytec version. Oh yeah, the Cytec stock is still there, and that's honestly, I mean, that's because nobody wants the, you know, the pre-Logitech stuff because it all sucks. So it's gonna just sit there and not get touched because, you know, nobody's stupid enough to buy it. Now, for the most part, you know, even the old Cytec one will work just fine. The primary downside is really going to be that, you know, the old Cytec one is more prone to breakage than the Logitech one. That's really about it. You might get lucky and just never have any problems with it. There's plenty of people that are like that, but, you know, generally that's not me. I have two X52s that are broken, for fuck's sake. Yeah, the X52s, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure if the X52s got as much of an overhaul as the 56 did when Logitech took over. Now, granted, the quality control is a lot better now that Logitech took over. But how old is yours, Dunkel? If it's only like, you know, within, say, like you know, just like within like a few years, it's definitely one of the Mad Catz ones, unless you got it after Logitech took over. But 6 months. It's probably a Logitech one then. It'll still say Cytec on the box and on the stick, but it's probably a Logitech make if it's only 6 months old. As I don't think that the X52s got an overhaul like the 56 did when Logitech took over. And by the way, the T16000 is actually a pretty decent little deal. It really ain't that bad, especially for its price. Your magnetic Hall effect sensors on the stick and a HOTAS at that price range is crazy. Yeah, that's the only bad part about the T16 is that it doesn't really have a whole lot of the... Okay, so that probe wasn't supposed to miss, according to the thing, but it missed anyway. I'm so confused. That is the one drawback to the T16, is that it doesn't really have a whole lot of hats, but there's plenty of buttons to make up for it. Although, granted, buttons can't exactly make up for some of the functionality of hats, though. Especially when it comes to something like a DCS. Hats are a must! They're so useful. Yeah, see, I don't blame you there, Dunkel. Not at all. The X52, even the normal one, you know, because between the 52 and the 52 Pro, they have the exact same number of buttons and all that business, really. But it does have, you know, it's got what, I think, is it two? I think it's got 2 hats that are there on the stick. And that's generally more than enough. Although I do have to say that I like having 3 hats on the X56 stick. Oh, it's so nice. It's so nice. True, that works really well for for elite, voice attack. DCS, not so much. And the reason for that is sometimes when you need to select something, with a hat or move something around, you've got to have the fine control and the instant reaction in some cases. But again, that's only in some cases. It's not an all the time thing. A voice attack doesn't always fill in the gaps, for DCS. But for elite, should work just fine. Keyword here being should. Especially if you're in Explorer. What was that really the first one, Michael? No way. You've been around longer than that, haven't you? Because that was just in April, I believe. That was, see, that was only, what, 9 months ago? Yeah, I thought you'd been around longer than that, though, because I mean, it really isn't that long compared to,
Surface scan complete.
some things. That just surprises me. Oh, there's a hotspot on this one. This is a smaller gas giant, though. Only 12 probes for this guy. But for you, it's an instant. Okay, so then right about there, and right about there, and I need one all the way to the back in the center. I do not, DP, I do not. I didn't bring any with me. That's because, hauling stuff all the way back to the bubble from all the way out here would be very time-consuming and inconvenient. Although, in retrospect, I probably should have, because I'd come back with some awesome stuff from my own system, nonetheless. I really didn't think it through, did I? Oh, wow. Do that. That should hopefully impact like right about there and plug up this whole business. That's close. I know, right? I was thinking that, or if we play our cards right, we might be able to talk Frontier into putting a deep space station out here. Some kind of outpost or station or asteroid base. Asteroid base actually would be easier to talk them into, probably. Nice. It's kind of interesting having your own system. It's just kind of neat. Not that there's a whole lot of like practical point to it, mind, but it's just kind of neat. Yeah, the asteroid bases are pretty cool. Damn it! 1%! No! Ah! What kind of hotspot is it? Platinum! So it's one of the 3 Ps. The DS9 system. We get an asteroid base out here. That'll... Oh, that would be so awesome. Yeah, that's a platinum hotspot there. Well, it's a rocky... You know, these are rocky and metallic DP, so... You're not going to find void opal here. There is, however... 3 icy rings that are probably pristine that are out on the edge of the system. And... I would think there'd be void opals there. Keyword there is think. So when I get out there, I'll look.
Surface scan complete.
Brian, hello, sir. How goes? All right, so that guy's done. All right, I'm gonna finish off these 3. These 3 guys here, and then we'll probably call it a day for the stream. All right, Dunkel, we'll see it. You know, DP, that would be kind of cool if Distant Worlds 2 came near here. Just, you know, just so, like, you know, those of you who watch the streams or are part of the Seekers is In or anything like that could come by, you know, could come by here and hang out. That would be kind of cool. Yeah, this place is pretty bonkers, though. Like, it is such a big system. I remember when I honked this system, I crapped myself. Because I had never seen so many, just so many things in one system before. No, it's not actually called that. Is, you know, Greeroy YR TAC A D14-4. BC Winston, how's it going, man? What are you up to? And Veiled Rover, a typical. Nah, you've got a little bit longer yet before I call it a day, because I'm not. I am not done, not yet. No, I can't. You can't rename the systems, not without Frontier. Yeah, not without Frontier doing it. Needs to be called Peroxide. I mean, it would be kind of cool, admittedly, if the system actually did have my name on it. That would be pretty cool. But I'm not gonna hold my breath. But yeah, just send me a PM on Discord, and I'll give you the system name. Oh, it's a name I've used for a long time, Innocent. Just got back from the cinema. Oh, you watched Aquaman. How was it? Yeah, I think the definition, Innocent, the definition for paroxysm is something about a violent or sudden outburst of emotion? Or something like that? It's typically like the absolute opposite of how I am most of the time, unless I get really mad. Very corny, but cool effects. I mean, well, it's Aquaman. I mean, of course it's going to be a little bonkers. Edwin, new to the... Why is it when when docking the station it says docking denied? That depends. Yeah, pretty much innocent. But Edwin, it kind of depends. If it's an outpost, like a small station that you're trying to dock out and it says denied, it's probably because there just isn't any more pads available. There's already ships on the pads, and you're gonna have to wait for one of them to get out of the way. It is also possible, if it's one of the big stations, it is possible that they just don't like you. But if you're new to the game, I would assume that that's not the case. That you're probably trying to dock at an outpost, and they just don't have any pads available. Yeah, Chozo's still at it. We are not even halfway through. This is taking a lot longer than I thought it would. But we're just about to call it a day, because we've been going for nearly 4 hours. It's over 3.5, pushing 4 now. And yeah. So I'm gonna end up doing a lot of this off stream. I'm gonna end up doing a lot of the system off stream. But I will say that if it turns out there's 3 icy rings at the tail end of this system, if there are void opal hotspots in this system, I will post it in the Discord. So if you guys want to, if you guys want to join the Discord, if you're not already part of it, then do !Discord in the chat, and the bot will eventually, it might take him a few seconds to respond, but he will post a link to the Zencast Discord channel, which is where I am at all of the time. It is my Discord, and I will be posting the system details there, assuming there are void opal hotspots here. Now, granted, there's plenty of platinum and painite here as well, and if you're in those hotspots, there's other minerals that you can get that are worth an absolute metric fuck ton. So no matter what you do, you are definitely going to make some pretty good money by mining out here. Yeah, but what we're gonna do is I'm gonna try anyway to get to talk Frontier into putting like an outpost or a station either in this system. If there's void opals, it'll be this one. If there's not any void opals, it'll be Oxy's Hole. It'll be one of those two. We'll just have to see. But I did finish this little subset of planets here, so we're gonna get a little bit closer here to this thing to get us a nice ending shot for today. Where are y'all from? Oxy's Hole. I mean, that's not incorrect. Nah, we're just gonna leave it like this. Because I think that is enough scanning for one day, in one stream especially. We've been out here for a good while. So, guys, we will be back tomorrow probably with more shenanigans. I don't know if we're going to do Elite tomorrow or if it'll be a different game. I don't know. I'll have to make up my mind tomorrow. See how I feel. But we are going to go ahead and call it good for today. Thank you all for hanging out, you know, for like the last 4 hours, you know, the scanning and traveling and all this business and talking sci-fi and everything else. It's always fun having a good conversation with you guys. I really do enjoy it. And again, to Budman, Giz, and Michael Eklund, I appreciate those donos, guys. That really, it helps me out big time, more than you realize. Way more than you realize. And yeah, I will see you all tomorrow, guys. Thank you all for hanging out, and fly safe, commanders. And if you can't do that, fly dangerously.